am here with neighbor Al, aka DB Cooper. For those of you that don't know, Al and I rebuilt his water wheel about 1 year ago, almost exactly a year ago.
Was it?
Yeah. All right, so our plan today is to take this old wheel out of here and roll it up to the shop where we can work on it and assess the situation. Oh, wow.
Routed away.
Yeah. So the plan is now to just take this thing apart.
That's going to be the new one.
The new one here.
Oh, lined up pretty good.
Connected.
All right, open the floodgates.
13.6.
Wow. It's a 12-volt system, so that means we have success.
How's it been working since we did that?
Good.
Okay.
Had 3 little problems.
Okay.
We can go over them. I'll show you.
So Al's original water wheel was a wooden spool and it rotted out over time, but Al acquired a plastic spool, and so that's what we used to replace the wooden one with. So here it is.
The first problem we had
Okay.
was I put these plates on here.
Oh.
There's a hole behind there, and the water was shooting out, which is not a problem on this side, but on the other side, it was shooting out right on the chain. And getting the chain wet, and that wasn't good. So I blocked both of those out, and then ran it for a while, 2 days, and a bolt fell out.
Bolt fell out right here.
Just about one, I don't know which end it was, but one of them fell out. It was at night. I heard it start clunking and making all kinds of nasty noises. So I came out and shut it off, and I didn't even look at it, see what was wrong for a couple of days because it was wet and rainy. So I thought it might be something serious. I didn't want to look at it.
Yeah.
But anyway, when we finally did, it was a bolt fell out. And found the bolt and the washer down there in the water. I never did find the nut. Took it out and I turned them around. We had the head used to be on the outside to make it look better. I turned them around and put double nuts on there to lock it. And then
yeah, I see you got 2 on there now.
Yeah. And then I got some industrial glue put around before I tightened it down. And that seems to be holding really good.
So you glued both sides of that.
Yeah. The original chute here fell apart.
Yeah.
So I put this heavier one in. And it works great now. I got the pieces of the old one up in the garage, I'll show you.
Okay. So this is the old chute right here?
The old chute just disintegrated. All this stuff is down in the bottom of the creek.
Oh man. I remember when you first installed that, you did a really good job of like making it the right angle and everything, so it's kind of a shame that it didn't make it. Yeah.
The new one's better than that.
Yeah. Is that an old construction sign?
Yeah. And before anybody accuses me of stealing road signs, I had a friend that worked for the Department of Transportation restoring damaged signs.
Oh.
And some of them were too far gone to restore, so I had several that he gave me.
Was this an added modification when you put that sign in there?
Well, the water was shooting out a little bit this way, so I put that in to hold this. To guide the water more over toward the center of the wheel.
Right.
And some people suggested we need covers on the ends here so the water doesn't shoot out so much.
Yeah.
And that's coming. Next project maybe. But it's kind of hard because every piece is different in the bump. You have to kind of make a custom thing, I think.
Yeah, that...
Putting a plate over, I don't know. I suppose that would work.
Right.
It shoots out quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it hurts the efficiency that much. And several people mentioned these were going to get rusty.
Yeah, they're starting to change color a little bit.
Yeah. Here's a spot here.
Oh
A
yeah.
little bit rusty.
Yeah, right there.
I think it'll be good for a couple of 3 years.
Yeah.
And next summer when it gets nice and dry, I'm going to paint them, spray paint. And then won't be that hard to replace.
Yeah.
We'll replace them with something better when they rust through.
So you got this piece of wood on there
Just
to
to
protect it from
keep the water off of the chain,
Oh.
rainwater.
Right. And your platform's holding up?
Yeah, it's nice and solid. I can stand on that and spray lube on the chain or whatever I need to do.
Are you still thin enough to fit through that opening over there?
Yeah, so far. Oh yeah, I looked up the date of the original. When it first started generating power. It was 1996. In the winter I only do this in the dark about 9, 10 at night in the rain. Come out here and hang over and close the thing.
You just use these 3 right now?
That's my main power source, yeah.
Okay.
Not the water wheel. Water wheels for dark winter nights. I use it for 2-3 hours maybe. Mostly it's solar power.
And then these 3, they're not hooked up, you said?
They're just extras that I was using until I put in the bigger ones. And
Yeah.
I just haven't reconnected the little ones yet. 700 and something watts, I think. Those 3 there. Gives me all I need. And I got a backup generator. I don't know if you know what that. I hardly ever use that. Yeah, because my inverter is only 800 watts. Or if I have a party, you know, and have all the lights and TVs and stereos and a lot of stuff on, then I'll run the generator. You only have to run it just once a month just to keep it from getting moldy.
Yeah.
You don't really use it hardly at all. In the winter, if there's not enough water to run the water wheel, then run it once a week or once or twice a week maybe. Very rarely.
How long have you had this generator here?
A long time, maybe 30 years maybe.
Wow.
I don't know, 25 years.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's been great. It just starts on the first pull usually.
And all it takes is just regular oil changes and...
Yeah. When I remember to do that.
Yeah. It's a Generac GN190, 6.5 horsepower.
3,200 watt.
3,200 watt. And Al's got all kinds of cool little shelters out here. He
Shed's full of junk.
sheds full of junk, but sometimes it's useful because I am in need of stovepipe, and Al happened to have a piece that I think I'm going to use to go out of my roof and a cap to go on top. So it's junk until you need it.
You have a hard time throwing anything away.
So this is your backup
Yeah.
outhouse here.
The other one's kind of full. It's time to swap. So this one's been sitting for 5 years now.
Really?
So I just dig it out. Close the other one down.
So do you swap the sign when one is not in use? Close. Proceed to number 1.
To change the arrow to the other direction.
And that's the sauna. Sauna cabin.
Yeah.
When's the last time somebody used this sauna?
Well, it's been a year.
This stove here is dual-sided. That's how the sauna works.
Yeah.
Right?
The back of the stove sticks into the sauna there. Heats it up.
Yeah. This place is so awesome, man. So this is the what they would call the charge
Regulator,
controller.
Charge controller. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. Right. These are the ones to the roof.
Oh yeah. So one's input, one's output right there.
And the bottom ones, these go down into the battery bank.
And it's just 4 golf cart batteries?
Yeah. Vented to the outside so I don't get gases in the house.
And you got your records here?
Try to keep it a record of when I filled it. Sometimes it'll go a year and I'll forget. I think that's what hurt a couple of my batteries. I forgot they got too low. This is when I replaced them. New batteries. They last about 10 years.
So you got your charge controller, batteries. What's this here?
And then from the batteries, wires up here, this is the inverter. Converts the 12 volt into 110.
A couple breakers on this side, right?
Yeah, when the generator's running, then I flip on this. This is a battery charger that will charge the batteries from the generator.
Oh, I see.
And this is the 110 breakers.
And is this the main shut off for everything here?
Let's see, I think, yeah. I forget what all these things go to. This is a 12 volt shut off. That must shut off the house power. Under here I have a transfer switch. If I'm going to run the generator, I can flip that over and then the house power will come directly from the generator. Normally where it is now, the house power will come from the inverter.
It's a nice setup you got here, Al.
Yeah, I get confused. I keep adding things in it. What does it go to?
I'm learning that up at my place. I keep changing things with the electrical setup. Pretty soon I want to wire or rewire the cabin, and I know how it is because it's different when you've got the generator running as opposed to this, and there's specific tools that you want to use in different scenarios, so you got to change things up. So I can totally understand why there's so much going on here. Over the water.
Yeah, there was a couple of big logs underneath. That was an old logging bridge.
Wow, so that's the original cabin there.
Yeah.
That was on the property. You can see it was over the creek. December 77.
That's when I bought it.
A lot less trees.
Oh yeah, you can see how it was. They'd logged off the alder, all the alder, just before I bought it, I think. Putting it together.
This is the original water wheel here.
This was up here above the old cabin, upstream. And it was just a paddle wheel. It didn't have like buckets or anything. And they built a plywood dam, filled it in with rocks underneath there.
So this table right here, table with a view, is that the log's hollow in there?
Yeah. Right here.
Oh, that's the table right there.
That's the table. I used to look right down through there and see the creek.
Oh, no way. Yeah, because the creek ran under. Wow, that's so cool.
It was famous. There's talks about that still.
The famous table with the view.
Yeah. And there was one guy sitting here. There was a bench around it. We were a bunch of people sitting around eating chicken. And he was lifting up the glass top and throwing the chicken bones down. Thinking he feed the fish or something. But he didn't know I had another piece of glass on the floor that the table was sitting on, so they were just going down and they didn't make it to the creek.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Eruption.
Wow. That's a Mt St Helens eruption?
Yeah. Up on top of the ridge up here.
Oh, yeah.
We sat up there and watched it. Amazing.
So what's your average daily energy consumption look like when it comes to electronics?
Close to zero.
Really?
Well, I'm eating breakfast. Usually I have a laptop on and a radio. And then I don't use anything until 5 or 6 at night. And I have the laptop on, I watch the news, and when it gets dark, I have a few lights, less than 100 watts, usually at any time. Once in a while I watch the big screen TV upstairs. The batteries will still power that for hours.
So those 3 solar panels on the roof.
Yeah, they pretty much give me everything I need.
Just lights and keeping the laptop charged, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because your water is
It's
gravity.
all gravity fed, no water pumps. All the heat is all wood, and I cook with wood, and refrigerator is propane.
How big's your tank, your propane tank? You see the
They're 7 gallons.
7 gallon.
I can only keep a spare one. It lasts about a little over a month.
So firewood is almost the most important thing for sustainability out here, for the way that you live, right?
Yeah.
This is your cookwood here?
Yeah, that pile just came from along the side of the driveway a couple of weeks ago. 40 acres worth of down trees. They're falling down faster than I can cut them up. I've got a lifetime supply. I don't have to cut any live trees ever.
Alder trees, mostly, that you use for
Mostly
down?
alder, yeah. I've lost a couple of good-sized cedars this year and some hemlocks. You can stop most any one spot and get a truckload. Yeah, the only outside connection I have is a landline for my phone and laptop. Other than that, no other utilities. Cheap living.
Love the way you live out here. It's pretty cool.
I like it. I hate even going to town once a week for groceries. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I even make it to the mailbox a couple times a week.
Yeah, once you, even just me staying at my cabin, if I stay up there for a week, I can understand why you say it's hard to go to town. Is everything feels so congested and lots of people and it's loud. And what kind of fish have you seen in the pond?
The only ones I've seen are cutthroat trout.
Really?
There's some good sized ones. They were 12, 13 inches, some of them.
You ever caught one?
No, I don't fish. They're my pets.
Yeah.
I feed them hot dogs once in a while. Or slugs. I like to flick slugs out there. Slugs aren't too bad, they'll eat those. Beavers, mink, and otters, kingfishers, big blue heron. Finally saw a bear after 40 years.
Took you 40 years to see a bear out here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ran right along the bank over there a couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Black bear?
Yeah, it was kind of a small one, probably a female. I was out on the lawn and I said, "Wait, slow down, let me get my camera." And she just kept right on trucking.
Wow, that's pretty amazing that you haven't seen one in that amount of time.
I knew they were around.
Yeah.
So far, the only one thing I haven't seen is a cougar. Patrick's got them on his trail cam. So,
Yeah.
And I knew they were around.
They're stealthy.
Yeah. Probably only out at night.
So this right below me is Al's spring. This is where he gets his water for his house. Oh yeah. Nothing like fresh spring water. So it comes right out of the ground right there, and Al's got a pipe sticking up with a little pond going on there, and it just pops out the other end of the pipe. And he keeps these cups up here, so when you go for a walk to the spring, you can get some fresh water. So this stream just goes down to the pond.
3 pipes. One for the house, one for the sauna cabin, and another one for that waterfall on the other side of that pond.
Man, this is a beautiful area in here. Oh my goodness. So this is the winter pond here. Giant maple.
That's cottonwood.
Oh, cottonwood.
Yeah. Why I left that pile. Cottonwood's not my favorite, but it'll burn once it gets good and dry. This pond, when it's raining hard, it'll get up high enough so it's going over that bank there.
Really?
Just around the tree. Yeah.
And then does it run down to your
runs
pond?
down, connects to the other spring.
Oh.
Yeah. And you can see the top of the mountain from here.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a good view from up on the hill.
Mount St Helens. So there's a better vantage point from the other road up there.
Yeah. That way.
We got teased by the view of the tip of the mountain, so Al and I are wanting to make it to the top to get a better view, but trying to pick which way is the best. Well, this is one way to get it to the top of the mountain. Just go straight up.
The shortest way. Make good handhold. Don't pull out.
So this is the easy way.
That's the easy way. That's the way down.
Oh yeah. That's pretty nice. Nice job, young man.
Yeah. But you could keep up with me. Yeah, anytime you want to exercise, come over and
Yeah.
run up and down the hill.
Al's making me sweat. So after watching this, Al, everyone's gonna want to know what's Al's secret to staying so young and healthy.
Doing things like this.
Yeah, movement.
And cutting firewood. Yeah, I like being outside when the weather's halfway decent. Even in the rain, I'll go out, cut wood under cover up above there.
I saw when I had my drone flying, I saw things jumping in the water. Well, thanks for letting me come to your place and bother you about
great.
everything. I appreciate it, Al.
Oh, anytime. Look forward to the video.